Hey, you all. Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the West. More specifically, we are in Hutchinson, Kansas, and even more specifically than that, we are here at the Kansas State Fair. You can hear the wonderful sound of chainsaws in the air as they're carving chainsaw sculptures. But today we are here to visit the Kansas State Fair. I've made it my personal goal to visit all the state fairs, and very slowly over the years been visiting the different state fairs. Today is the landmark. This is State Fair number 30. We are actually making some real progress here. From what I've seen so far, appears to be one of the larger state fairs. A map showed the state fair as being pretty expansive. Some things here I definitely wanted to check out. So very, very excited to experience the Kansas State Fair. Please follow me. See the chainsaw artist hard at work here. Looks like possibly a pig. A pig, I think. Some of the finished carvings here. The turtle. I know this is a mascot. I guess Kansas University mascot. What is that called? If anyone knows what that mascot's called, leave a comment in the comment section. House there, and a very, very creepy pumpkin man there for the Halloween season. And we are firmly planted in spooky season. So as we visit the state fairs, we may be coming across some more spooky things than usual. See some flagpoles there for sale. A lot of stuff out here in the open for sale, selling like golf carts and cycles here. Of course, it's a state fair, so you have to have the hot tubs. And this is a pretty good anti-sunburn hat there. Maybe switching up my hat style before too long. Let's duck into the Pride of Kansas building. Oh, now we're talking, getting into the state fair spirit here with the Kansas State Fair butter sculpture. We have a life-size cow there, sculpted out of butter. A little butter calf there as well. A different angle here. You can see those buttery Kansas sunflowers. There's the calf there, and a lot of detail goes into the cow. You can see the veins on the udders, the hairs on the end of the tail. And nothing says state fair like a nice butter sculpture. Here are some miniature butter sculptures. First place there. Looks like a butter chicken. So I have a butter airplane there. And here's the champion bottle gourd here. It's actually enormous, like 7 feet long. And it looks like this is first place in the pumpkin decorating competition. So kind of like a wizardly or witchly pumpkin. See these decorated pumpkins. That's interesting. It's almost got like pressed flowers painted on the pumpkin. Here is a bedazzled pumpkin and an interesting popcorn sculpture. Here's the County Weed Directors Association of Kansas. No, not that kind of weed. The actual weeds that grow in your garden, destroy your plants. You can see the root system of the weeds up there. And here we can see a rotating display of the noxious weeds of Kansas. Yeah, you can see right there on the side, noxious weeds of Kansas. So these are plants that you do not want in your garden, you do not want in your yard, you do not want in your field. Like the no good pig nut there. The Kansas Fur Harvester Association. They have all the different pelts out here that you can pet. A little possum pelt there. A little fox pelt. This is the Kansas Corporation Commission, the booth on oil drilling. You can see the oil drill there. And they even have little jars full of oil samples. It's an educational exhibit here, Agriland. It's like we enter here through this barn. Here you can practice riding a horse. Saddle up here, and then get a POV of the horse ride. This is the soil tunnel trailer here. Trailer that simulates traveling under the dirt in Kansas. Let's see what is under the soil here in Kansas. Okay, there's a soybean. There's some horrifying centipedes and worms. Oh, look at this grub here. It's pretty terrifying. Oh, there's a happy prairie dog. Prairie dog better watch out for the earthworm that is apparently the size of 50 prairie dogs. All sorts of wonderful things here under the soil. Okay, I just hit my head here on these roots. And I've had a fair amount of practice milking fake cows traveling to all these state fairs, so let's try it here on Maybell. You don't pull on the udder. You squeeze the udder. You squeeze, don't pull. I think that's the #1 rule. Squeeze, don't pull, because you'll pull the udder right off. And here's an EM that I've never checked out. The Strataga, the Kansas Underground Salt Museum. That sounds interesting. The honey section over here. The beekeepers in their bee-proof armor. And no, not the bees. See if we can find the queen. It says the queen has a green dot. So we'll see which one of these bees has a green dot. You know, I'm just not seeing the queen today. Some Kansas prairie dogs over here hanging around their little hole. See the championship soybeans here. Now we can admire the produce, but we must not touch it. I always like the scarecrow decorating competitions. This one's got a sunflower on its face. Kansas is very proud of their sunflowers. Oh, look at this. This scarecrow has all these flowy scarves, like Stevie Nicks or something. Oh, look at this one. This scarecrow here, she has a guitar completely covered in corn. Here's the largest, longest, tallest section where all the largest vegetables hang out. This is the giant pumpkin. They got the blue ribbon in the giant pumpkin contest. This is a 1,138 pound pumpkin. Now, I should be keeping track of the different pumpkins at the different state fairs to see which is the biggest pumpkin in the United States. Some other massive pieces of produce here. The watermelon competition. This is a 197 pound watermelon. This one looks a little bigger, but apparently this one is denser because it's heavier. And again, Kansas does love its sunflowers. Here is the sunflower head competition. All these giant sunflower heads. Love this big archway here on the fairground. You can see the skyline of a carnival there. On the other side, a buffalo. It says Hutchinson, Kansas, city limits. As we pass through the archway, we have this giant rocket here. Now, I haven't seen the train go by, but apparently there is a train here at the State Fair. Tickets are $4 in cash to ride the train. So let's hop aboard. Oh, here it comes. Here is the State Fair Railroad. All right, let's get near the back of the train where there is indeed a wilder ride. We'll go all the way to the back. And off we go. So this is fun. I don't know if I've ever been to a state fair where they have actually a train that takes us around the state fairgrounds. I don't know where all the track goes, but we'll just enjoy what we can see from the State Fair from this train. See the chairlift over here. So you got many ways to make your way around the Kansas State Fair. Oh, looks like there's a little train tunnel up ahead. Squeeze here in between the different pieces of farm equipment. Oh, look at these lawnmowers. Crossing guard telling people not to walk out in front of the train. Right between the mattresses and hot tubs. And we are pulling back into the station. It's the Dwight Eisenhower building. Is Dwight Eisenhower from Kansas? Maybe. In the Dwight Eisenhower building, we have mattresses for sale, some sunglasses for sale, and looks like there's some aquariums back here. So here are some Kansas fish records. These are the largest of these fish caught in Kansas. Smallmouth bass, but mouth ain't that small with a fish that big. There's the biggest black crappie and the biggest white crappie. A goose dangling in the rafters. Some other massive fish. This is the record blue catfish here. We'll give you some pretty large living catfish right there. What's up, you cats? Some gar in there as well. It's a ornate box turtle. I like turtles. Here's some nuisance species of fish. These fishes are all nuisances. They do, honestly, they do look pretty annoying. And then here is the ominous zebra mussels, who live to clog up your drains with their shells. The massive buffalo or bison there, and some atypical buck antlers behind that. Now this over here is one of the reasons that I was very excited about visiting the Kansas State Fair. The Ye Olde Mill, built in 1915. This is a permanent dark ride that can only be ridden during the State Fair. A classic 1915 dark ride. Yes, we definitely have to check this out. See this evil clown inviting us to board the Ye Olde Mill.
Boy, are they hungry. I warned him. You pet the creature, you lose a hand. That'll be different.
And look at this. You can see an immense amount of spookiness here at the Ye Olde Mill. And only people with a strong heart and no nerves ride. So if you have nerves, if you get anxious, you cannot ride. See, it warns you there. Turn back now. Your last chance to turn back before the Olde Mill swallows you. You got the predator of the night there. It's massive animatronic. Even a zombie cowgirl up there. And you can see the old paddle wheel there, powering the Olde Mill. Yeah, Ye Olde Mill 2015 had its 100th anniversary. Love this. Love the spookiness. Love the artwork here. It's Creeper the Clown there with his banjo axe. And of course, the ever-present Home Depot 12-foot skeleton. And our chariot awaits. Oh man, this is so exciting. I have no idea what lies within the old mill. Look at this guy, this skeleton monster. Got the ground bursting skeleton there. All this water being pumped out here, be propelling our boat. We propelled purely by water. Oh, there we go. And there we go again. No turning back. No turning back. Some low clearance here. Oh, this is spooky, like legit. Dank, wet. See the bricks there? As far as I know, no drops, but who knows? With the light in my eyes, I can't. Oh, it's, ah! Oh, that was a person! There was a live person there. Oh, I just had a heart. Oh, my heart had heart palpitation. What is that? Blinking up ahead. This was scarier than I expected. What am I even looking at here? Oh! There's someone screaming in the dark! Oh my gosh! Why is this so scary? Oh my gosh, my heart is pumping. My heart is pumping. Oh, there's like a wizard and a dragon up here. Oh, there's a wizard. And there was someone that just yelled at me in the pure darkness. Oh, this is so scary. Why is this so scary? Hello? There was a clown that yelled at me. A clown lunged at me, and then someone yelled at me in the dark. And this is horrifying. There's a big monster up there. Oh, look at that. Guy peering at us. Oh. Ah! Okay, that was just a guy in another boat that yelled at me. Apparently people scare each other. Look at this. Holy crud! I was not expecting the scariest dark ride ever to be at the Kansas State Fair. Oh, the flashing lights up here. Oh, there, that's a chair that transformed into a monster. There's like sideshow banners in the pure darkness here. Hello? Don't jump scare me. Fellow? Ah! Oh, I literally said don't jump scare me and someone jump scared me. Yeah, there's just people hiding in the dark. Yeah, you can see the boat go by. So we're traveling backwards from whence we came. Oh, wow. Just waiting on someone to lunge at me. Oh. What's this situation over here? So yeah, so people were traveling by me in the boats. I didn't see them, and they were yelling at me. So there's people in here jump scaring me, and then just other guests in boats were screaming at me. Holy cow. Oh yeah, you can see the tunnel there. The light goes on and off. Oh yeah, I saw the clown. Don't scare me, clown. Leave me alone. Ah! Oh my God. It's been a while since I've been this scared on a dark ride. Holy cow. Holy cow. Someone sitting there. I don't know if that's a person or a non-person. Going into the torture chamber here. Oh, the werewolf lunges. A Frankenstein. That arrow, does that point us to safety? Could it be? I don't trust this. I don't trust this ride. Okay, I think we're safe. Back. Got this cloth in our face. And we are back. Oh my gosh. What a ride. Now this might explain why this ride is so scary. So the Yale Mill opened in 1915. It was renovated in 2006 with the cooperation with Hutchinson Correctional Facility. So literally a dark ride built by prisoners, built by criminals. Now, honestly, I had heard that they had an old mill here at the Kansas State Fair. What I was not expecting was that the scariest dark ride I've ever ridden is here at the Kansas State Fair. You can only ride it during the fair, so one of the hardest dark rides to ride. And there are other Yale mills at other state fairs. I know Iowa State Fair has a Yale mill. I guess it was popular at one point in time, but this one is so scary. It really sets the mood. You're in this boat, this wooden little boat. The water is fairly tumultuous. So you're rocking. You know, you sit to one side, the boat tilts. So you're like in this. You go into like this tunnel. It's this really dank brick tunnel, and then there's a live scare actors. There's a clown that lunged at me, and then there was people that yelled at me in the dark. I don't know. Some of them may have been scare actors, but I think some of them were just other people on the old mill. And I think maybe I don't know if that's like a Kansas tradition, but like people would, I guess, creep up next to you, and you can't see them because they're in the dark, but they're in their boat, and then they blah, and they yell at you. So I think maybe some people get on here and yell at other people trying to ride the old mill. But yeah, just all those factors. That's with the janky animatronics, that kind of what you'd expect in an old school state fair dark ride. But just that combined with everything else, this may be the scariest dark ride in existence. I mean, there's just a legitimate feel that I'm sure it's 100% safe, but just some legitimate feelings that you are not safe in there. That you are not safe. This is interesting over here. This statue of a corn cob says 1861 to 1893 Ladies Columbian Club, Hutchinson, Kansas. Now we are in Kansas, so you know that you can't get away from Oz. Here is the Oz Gallery. So the Oz Gallery isn't just completely dedicated to the Wizard of Oz. Looks like they have a bunch of competitions, art competitions in here, but we do have some Oz. There is some Oz in here. You can see Dorothy along with the Friends of Dorothy over here. Oh yeah. Dorothy, the Cowardly Lion, Glinda, the slightly manipulative Good Witch, and of course the Tin Man there with his oil can and his axe, the Scarecrow with his diploma, and the Witch with her broomstick. You can see the Oz mural there on the wall. The people of Kansas very proud of the Wizard of Oz, as they should be. Look at this. This is Santa's sleigh, but if you look inside, there's not only a model train in the lower portion, in the higher portion, you can see Santa Claus circling over the city. And here in the front portion of the sleigh, see a snowy environment. See the train passing there through the snow. It is interesting to see the different art categories. This is wheat weaving. So these are pieces of art made out of wheat. And then the fancy feet competition, where basically you decorate shoes or boots. See a cowboy boot with a can of beans inside of it. Here's a first place giant life-size cardboard robot made by two brothers, Abel and Lincoln. I think they deserve a ribbon for those awesome names. So let's hop aboard the Sky Ride here and see if we can get a bird's eye view of the fair. Coming? There we go. Yellow chair and sit.
Yeah. Get you locked in. Very right.
Thank you so much. And as we take off, we can see the train cruising by. And we head Skyforth. Looks like there's a cow milking demonstration going on down there. Well, there is the State Fair tram. So lots of ways to get around. There's Sky Car, there's train, there's tram. All sorts of different ways to traverse the fairgrounds. Now it looks like we're some ways away from the Midway. Look all the way over there. You'll see the Ferris wheel of the Midway. This is an interesting placement of the chairlift. We're kind of off to the very edge of the fair. You can see all the fairs going on out that way. I don't really know where we're going. Honestly, I usually never know where I'm going. It's like whenever there's a chairlift, I hop on, and we just see where we end up. Uh-oh, someone lost their red hooded sweatshirt. Remember that old Adam Sandler song, Red Hooded Sweatshirt? So it is Tuesday during the day, during the school year. So the fair's not too busy right now. I imagine I'll probably pick up this evening. But you know, I do try to go to the fairs when they are not so busy. So a lot of times do try to come during the week when the option presents itself. Oh, looks like there's some horses down there. You can see the grandstand over there and the racetrack. Not sure what they're doing as far as events out here on the grandstand. Looks actually like they currently got a music stage set up, maybe having a concert tonight. Now, I never actually attend the concerts at the state fair, but it's really surprising. Like, they really get again, very, very popular acts. I'm surprised by some of the names that they do get for the state fairs. Again, I'm not a big concert person. I don't enjoy going to concerts that much, so I always skip out on the concerts. But state fairs, they seem to have some really good concerts. It was actually a fairly long sky ride, but looks like we are finally heading back down to planet Earth. Looks like there's a horse-based arena in here. Looks like there's some sort of... Oh, wait! So there's a person on a horse with a gun, and they're shooting balloons. I'm assuming that's not a real gun because there's people in here. Oh my God. I've never seen anything quite like that. It seems like some real cowboy stuff. In this tent we have Hendrick's Petting Zoo, so we can see some animals in here. Okay, let's see what kind of animals they have here in the petting zoo. First off, a porcupine. Not the most pettable of all the animals, but you could definitely pet a tortoise, or definitely would like to pet some tiny little goats. Do tiny little goats like food? No, apparently they do not care for it. Well, look at this tortoise and this goat appear to be best friends, or maybe not. Maybe they just tolerate each other. Okay, I do not believe I've ever seen a goat ride on a tortoise before. That's a new one. But we cannot feed the kangaroos. They are on a special diet. Oh, look at that! Look at the little baby kangaroo. Wonder if they ever ride in the pouch anymore. The llamas and alpacas here, and they do warn you to avoid avoid hand-mouth activities. What exactly are people doing with these alpacas? Different types of cattle in here. This is a water buffalo and a zebu there. Do you guys like food? Little food for zebu there. Don't forget to share it with the water buffalo. I think the Scottish Highland cow would like some too. Water buffalo. You always take more than you're supposed to. All right, let's give some to the Scottish cow. He wants some. There we go. Finally, you get a little bit. Water buffalo. The zebra says, "Careful, I can bite. I have top and bottom teeth." I don't know if that's unique. I think most of these animals in here have top and bottom teeth. I think zebras just like biting people more than others. Use this shovel here to feed the zebra. Gotta be careful. Watch your fingers. Zebras love biting off fingers. Camels, of course, known for their love of biting YouTubers and reality TV stars. Little potbelly pig there. And some little potbelly pig babies. Look at the tiny babies. Hey there, donkey. You want a little food? Well, if you don't want some food, I know who does. Goats. Goats always want some food. Goats are always hungry. Oh, look at this big four-horned ram here.
They did. Do you want to feed it some more?
Oh, look at these fluffy cows. You fluffy guys like some food? Well, let's share it with your friends. I'm trying to give this emu some food, but he seems more interested with, I think he wants to fight a goat. Keeps trying to poke his head into the goat cage. You don't like food? You just want to fight a goat? Whoa. The birthing center over here, where if you're lucky enough, you might get to see a farm animal give birth. Oh, look at this super spooky skeleton horse here. We have the sheep in here. See that teeny tiny baby sheep over there. Big corral here full of pregnant cows. You can see this giant pig. It's one of the biggest pigs I've ever seen. Some of the tiniest babies I've ever seen. Oh wait, what's going on here? So they actually just pulled another baby out. So they said there may still be more babies inside. They said they're going to check again in 30 minutes to see if there's more. These all, look how the size of this litter of pigs. Look how many pigs there are. And these pigs were just born. That pig there at the end, that little one that's like stumbling a little bit, he was born like less than 5 minutes ago. They just pulled him out. Apparently it takes a while to get all these little piglets out of this big mama pig. So the gentleman delivered the last baby piglet. He put on a glove and he reached in to the mama pig, came up to his shoulder, and he removed the placenta. He removed another baby pig, and for a second I thought I was going to pass out unconscious. This is not easy work. This is not always pretty work. So you know what? Thank you. I want to send a personal thank you out there to all of America's farmers. All right, so after viewing the miracle of life, let's go look at some rabbits. The bunnies are for sale. You can buy this giant rabbit here for $100. I think Jen would be surprised if I brought back a giant bunny. These are some smaller, more reasonably sized rabbits. That one's pretty big. Looks like the poultry is in here. Oh my goodness. Look at all these chickens. The pleasant sound of poultry cawing. Oh, these are ducks. ducks and chickens living together. Oh man, look at these big loud geese. All right, people are gathering around for a state fair staple, the racing pigs.
And they are off.
Here they come.
Starting off with gate number 1, wearing the red, that is Squealy Nelson.
Squealy Nelson, like Willie Nelson.
In gate number
in pig
2,
form.
wearing the white, you knew we were gonna have a pig name this before you even sat down. That is Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon, the most common name for
In
racing
gate number
pigs.
3, wearing the blue and looking fabulous while she does it, is Christina Hogulera.
Christina Hogulera.
And in gate number 4, wearing the yellow, he's been spending an awful lot of time in there with Squealy Nelson. And for the life of me, I can't figure out what they've been doing. But that is H-O-G-G, Snoop Hoggy Hog.
New Hoggy Hog.
Here they go.
Oh, that one's running up the rear.
Pig number 3.
Oh, that one's way behind.
Pig number 2.
Kind.
Let's peek into the domestic art building here. You can see rows and rows of quilts in this building. Of course, here at the Carpetbagger channel, we love and appreciate the artistry that goes into quilting. Oh, look at this. There's this very, very fluffy outfit here. And really like this crocheted eagle costume. This red, white, and blue eagle costume. That's pretty amazing. The canning competitions here. And the pie competition, but it looks like all the plates are empty because they ate all the pies. But apparently, they were delicious. There is a cookie jar competition, not just baking cookies, but setting them up in a decorative jar. That's the first place there with the sunflower theme. And then look at these cakes. I like this very subtle Wizard of Oz cake. Of course, Kansas, Wizard of Oz is always on the mind, but you can see how it's divided. You got the Tin Man right there, Tin Man colored section, the Cowardly Lion section with the tail, that appears to be like the Scarecrow's clothing, and then Dorothy at the top with the checkered cloth and the ruby slippers. And a big yummy looking basketball cake. This is the Lair White House, but apparently it contains the Kansas State Fair Museum. So every year they do a different exhibit here at the State Fair Museum. This year there is an exhibit about the fair animals. There's the skull of a Watusi cattle. Now they said they actually aren't here today, but they do a Watusi cattle show at the State Fair. See the cow there with the milk bottles. So horses here. You can see the branding iron. Of course, a lot of the Western Museum have the exhibits on branding irons. I've not seen this before. This is an electric branding iron. I guess it's a more modern version, where instead of having to like put the end in coals and get it hot, you just plug it in. It gets nice and hot to sear the flesh of the animal. The pig exhibit here, they have a pig cane, and this is a pig whip, where they show, they used to show the pigs. I've actually, for whatever reason, on social media, I've been getting suggested these pig show videos, these viral pig show videos, where these kids are super intense as they herd the pig through the show. Has anyone else seen these videos, or am I the only one getting suggested these? See the rabbit trophies in here. The llamas and alpacas. And the wool there made from the sheep. There's a sweater made from llama wool. A sad clown on the wall. And a very elaborate set of horse straps. Let's go see what exhibits are in the 4-H hall. A very expansive hall here, and you can see the different exhibits here. The whole geology section. People have the rock collections. There was a point in time, I remember as a kid, that I wanted to have a rock collection set up just like this. I haven't thought about rock collections in a very long time. Wide variety. Different styles of artwork. I do like this gladiator's head here. There's a Mandalorian helmet and a chicken made out of broken plates. Looks like there's an entire rocket competition creating these rockets here. Oh, this rocket here looks like it has an egg in it.
And more. Let's crawl the fairgrounds as we enjoy some of the greatest.
I think it may be time to grab a little State Fair snack. And when I'm looking at State Fair food, let me try to find something unique, something unusual, something I have not had before. And here over at Rotten Rodney's, they have something called the tacone. Looks to be a taco prepared in some sort of cone. Let's try this. So here is our tacone. It's this it's very hard. It looks like a soft shell, like flour tortilla, but it's actually a very, very solid tortilla, of course, shaped like a cone, and then all the good stuff plopped down inside. Got a little bit of sour cream dolloped on the top. Okay, so the tacone was served with a spoon, which makes me believe that I'm supposed to scoop it out, but I don't know. Let's just yeah. There's the whole thing there. Yeah, very, 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 very solid cone there. I think this is. I remember watching the video about Disney used to have a dish called the handwich. It's a sandwich you hold in your hand. That's kind of like the tacone here. I'm just gonna try to take a bite out of it though, see what happens. It's like crumbly. Kind of like the consistency of like a cracker. But just get a good spoonful of tacone filling there. So very good. Got like the ground beef, some good seasoning, lettuce, tomatoes, all sorts of good stuff there. Tacone. It reminds me, there was a sketch on Conan O'Brien where he went to the Taco Bell headquarters where they test out new ideas for menu items, and his idea was to serve a taco on an ice cream cone. So maybe in some way this is Conan's idea coming to fruition. And it looks as though we have meandered our way onto the Midway. Some interesting colors there on the tilt-a-whirl. is the one roller coaster here, the Bullet Train. I think we will go for a ride on the Bullet Train. All right, I'm riding here in the very front row of the roller coaster here. So I'll give you guys a nice POV. All right, climbing the lift hill here. Now these traveling roller coasters can get pretty wild. Oh boy. I don't know if I've ever sat in the front of one of these before. Oh my gosh. Woo! Oh my goodness. Into the death spiral. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Stop for a second. Whoa. There we go. So I do always try to ride something new when I come to these state fairs. I figure we'll ride the disco. It is not a reference to disco dancing, but rather the fact that you are twirling on this giant disc. You see, you kind of sit almost like you're riding a motorcycle, and then the disc travels back and forth up the loop while also twirling back and forth. I think today is the day we ride the disco. Okay, so I guess it's a no-go on the disco. I was told I could not use my sports camera on the disco, which marks the very first time at a state fair I was told that I could not use the sports camera. I've been trying out the different swings at the different fairs. The only swings I have here at the Kansas State Fair is the yo-yo here, which looks like it's a little bit faster of a swing. So yeah, let's try the yo-yo. After all, you only live once, aka YOLO. Let's find us a good swing here on the yo-yo. Okay, here we go. Oh, jeez. This is the yo-yo. And I don't know, I'm not really clear on the yo-yo name. What yo-yo, if we're gonna be like going up and down like a yo-yo. Oh yeah. It's not very high as far as swings go, but but it's got, yeah. Okay, it does have like a kind of a way. It feels like we're twisting in the wind here. Oh my gosh. Woohoo! Yeah, it's a pretty high velocity as far as swings go. Let me give you guys a POV. There we go as we swing. There's a lot of empty swigs here. I always worry with the empty swigs. They always look like they're gonna smash. Like this one looks like it's gonna smash me. They're so close together. Oh man, it looks like going fast. Yeah, I don't know. When I hear the name yo-yo, I think of like something that goes up and down. This is more just spinning us outward, and then like the chains kind of twist a little bit as we're going around. Oh, I think it might have, I'm trying to look at it, I think it might have a little bit of a wave motion to it, but, oh, okay, can we tilt? Yeah, I think it does, we do a little bit of tilting as it's taking us through the air, but, okay, it looks like we're slowing down, headed back down to planet Earth. This is the Storm. I rode this at the Maryland State Fair. Yeah, that spins in all sorts of interesting directions. have the State Fair official merchandise right here. There's the bargain bin. 1 for $7 or 3 for $15. It says, I saw a pig at the Kansas State Fair. I saw a pig at the Kansas State Fair. I saw more of a pig than I ever dreamed at the State Fair. Yeah, look at that. You got the, this is my first fair. Definitely not my first fair, that's for sure. Got quite a variety of shirts there, but I noticed that they actually do have a Old Mill shirt. And of course I did have to spring for the Ye Old Mill shirt. And look at that, it's got the windmill there. It's got some of the animatronics you come across, the big dragon there, the big weird skeleton guy at the front. I think this will be a nice addition to my t-shirt collection, a fair tradition. So thank you for joining me here today for the Kansas State Fair number 30. Number 30 in our journey to visit all the state fairs. It was a very nice fair, wonderful, very large fair. The Midway is interesting. The Midway was a little smaller than average, which I thought was interesting just because it was such an expansive fair and there's so much going on here. Of course, you have the Old Mill, which was an absolute highlight. Just amazing. You have a dark ride that only operates a week or two out of the year that is somehow the scariest dark ride in existence. A very, very unique attraction here. Also love the State Fair train. Just a really good, I would say this is a top tier State Fair. But stay tuned, because we got a lot more coming as far as state fairs. I'm planning on, with this trip, hitting the New Mexico State Fair in a couple of days, and then the Oklahoma State Fair as I begin to head back east. So I hope you guys will stay tuned and enjoy this State Fair rampage that we are currently on. If you do like these videos though, please subscribe. I travel around the country. I film roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, and other fun random stuff. If you'd like to help the channel other ways, consider perusing the Etsy shop. We have Carpetbagger pressed pennies for 2024, the year of the pressed penny. Also selling some new stickers, including the Carpetbagger sticker, the popular Carpetbagger sticker, as well as the enamel pins in the Etsy shop. Still doing Patreon, $3 or more a month. We'll get you a postcard once a month from me to you. Also doing personalized messages on Cameo. If you'd like to receive a message from me to you, to a friend, to a family member, just check out the information in the description. All that helps keep this train on the track, this boat flowing through the Old Mill, and this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.